So let's talk about Yashahime and why unfortunately the series was doomed to fail. When this series came out, a lot of us in the Inuyasha fandom were very happy because this was a lot of our first anime. Of course, we look back at it as adults now. We see all the plot holes and all the things that just don't make sense or are like legit never really explained, even in the movies. But this was definitely a anime that was near and dear to people's hearts. So that's why when this one was announced, people were happy about it. Now, this one features some main characters, Inuyasha and Kagome's daughter, who was actually raised by the Wolf Tribe, which is so cute. And then we've got Lord Sesshomaru and Ren's kids, which is the first issue. This was originally described as a parental relationship, which for some reason they decided to romanticize. Unfortunately, I see how they thought this might be something they should try, but I also see why it was a terrible idea. Because a lot of people are like, ew, he raised her, what the what? And yeah, a lot of people try to say things about this particular dynamic, but I'm not getting into the history and getting into how certain things were okay back in the day and how certain things definitely aren't okay now and should never be okay again. I'm not getting into all that. All I can say is they did not think about this with the Western audience in mind, especially after confirming it was parental bond. A lot of Western audiences don't like that in media. I think it might be Usagi Drop, and another anime is very guilty of, having a situation where somebody raises a girl and then the girl is with them. And I honestly think that's why when it comes to Naruto, I don't know if you guys know, but Haku was originally supposed to be a girl, but I think that they definitely switched that up, be like, no, let's not have that trope come out, even though people still ship the two of them, which is like, okay. But this is one of the main reasons I think this series was kind of doomed, because a lot of people were really turned off by that and really, really, really upset by it. Another thing is the constant blue balling cliffhangers. I'm just gonna say it. The constant cliffhangers that would do it at the worst possible time each episode, it gets old. I understand there are some times where there are certain plots where it has to happen, where you have to wait until the next episode, but they seem to do that constantly to the point where I said, you know what, forget this. I'm just gonna wait for the series to come out and then binge watch it, because it was such a frustrating experience having them do that constantly. For some reason, the fandom has it out for Toa. I have no idea why, because I think she's just dumb, but she's really whimsical and happy, and his other daughter is more like him. She's more like reserved, quiet, to herself. And, Toa's trying to figure out, what happened to your dream? She's like, I don't really care. Why do you care so much about that? Because she had her dream stolen by the dream butterfly, and now she can never sleep, but it doesn't affect her negatively. So she's like, it works to my advantage, so it doesn't really bother me. Not to mention her demon blood is too strong. When she goes full on demon, when she's trying to protect a bunch of half-breed kids from this weird dude who said he was going to save her for dessert. Weird. Anyways, she goes full on demon and loses it and can't be controlled, so she has to be sealed. Miroku actually has to seal her. Now, was I happy to see the return of some of the old characters? Absolutely, but I'm just sitting here like, why did they do it like this? I just feel like they kind of set this series up for failure. They probably shouldn't have had Ren be with it. I see exactly why they thought it would be something they should do, but then again, a lot of anime fans, once again, are tired of that trope, and a lot of people just view this as really wrong, because look at Ren. That's when she first meets the two of them, and look at the way she looks. That's another thing that people have an issue with. So I just think the series was a really good concept that fell flat, and it's really sad. I didn't even bother going back to watch it. I thought of doing it a few times. I might do it just for a boredom activity, but in all honesty, I just feel like they kind of set this anime up for failure, and that's really sad, because this really could have been something. But tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below.